What's good, y'all? It's your boy Vic coming in with my first story time, or I guess it was really a bad time for me at this point. I mean, it wasn't exactly a very happy time, you know. This was about when I was about 20. I hadn't just moved out from home, but it's already been like a while. Like I've been shifting from like apartment to apartment, right? And then I landed in these apartments. They're like, on the bad side of town. Not really the bad side, but pretty damn close. I mean, these apartments were like 500 a month, all bills paid. So yeah, you could just imagine the kind of people there, out of control, right? So living by yourself, you throw parties, invite your friends over, boom, boom, boom. I've been partying hard for like a week straight, just getting drunk, smoking blunts back to back. I think I was still on probation at the time. Yeah, never mind. I wasn't smoking or drinking. Nah, I wasn't. I wasn't on probation anymore. Shit was over then. And so, oh no, actually I really really wasn't on probation. This was before I even got on probation, but that's another story on how all that happened. So anyways, boom, we're at my apartment. I go to work, come back, nothing special happened there. When I get to my apartment, it's me, it's one of my friends, work with me. Let's call him Miggy, right? And then I had another friend named Polly. Now, Polly didn't work with me, but he would always come over, like, hey, what are y'all doing? Boom, boom, boom. Can I come over? All right, whatever. Boom, right? And so Miggy, for some reason, had to leave. I think he had a date or something. I'm not sure. He was living with me, too, at the time, because obviously, you know, early days, you're both broke. Splitting rent, 250, 250. It's nice. I kept the room, right? I paid another 50 extra dollars, so it's like 300, 200. But hey, I got the room. He had to sleep in the living room. Anyways, boom, he came in. I called Polly up. I'm like, hey, what are you doing? You want to get fucked up tonight? Of course, he says, yeah, I'm on my way. Boom, he's on his way. So I go to the store, buy a lot of drinks. I think I had just gotten paid today. Yeah, it was just like a Friday, so I had just got paid. I had some money in my wallet, feeling good. Going home, started rolling blunts. Boom, boom, boom. Rolled up two fat ones. Polly said he's on his way, has some to match. Perfect, bro. Perfect. So I'm sitting there rolling blunts. We start drinking. Boom, boom, boom. My cousin comes over. I'm just gonna call her my cousin, right? She comes over, and we all start drinking, having a good time, playing music. We're having such a good time, bro, that the neighbors knock on our door and they're like, "What are y'all doing?" And like, we're just chilling, having fun, drinking. And this is, like I said, $500 a month. These people were not your hardworking 9 to 5, go to work, come back. I was probably one of the only people in that whole complex that actually had a real job that wasn't trapping out the apartments. So this was kind of the feel, right? And so obviously they wanted to chill, they heard the music. Cool, awesome. More people, the better. And this was like my first, like I had seen them before, my neighbors, right? But this is my first time really like chilling with them. And even then, I really didn't talk to them that much. Polly, though, Polly, for some reason, got like really, he got along with them so well. And I didn't know why. But I was about to find out, right? He's talking to him, and I'm looking at him, and I'm talking to my cousin. We're drinking. We're talking about some bullshit. I don't even remember. But he's talking to them, and he leaves with them, and I'm like, okay, he's a big boy, right? He can handle himself. Anything happens, I'll go out there, do what I gotta do. I got my boys back, bro. Till this day, I got it, man. There was this whole time where he almost got shot, and I'm just gonna say he was in trouble, and I came to the rescue. But that's another story for another day, right? Um, boom, he comes back, and he's talking to them, but he's trying to keep it real quick with them, right? Like da 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 da, like, hey, okay, cool, cool, bro, cool, cool, bro. He's trying to end the conversation quickly, and I'm like, okay, he doesn't want them around anymore. But I start walking up there, to be like, okay, we're gonna go to sleep, because I think that's what he wants me to say. That way they can leave. But by the time I walk up, they just leave, and I'm like, oh, cool. Now I don't gotta be an asshole. And so me and Polly are talking. Boom, boom, boom. He goes to the restroom, right? and he's taking like 10, 20 minutes. And I'm like, what's going on? And I knock on the door and I'm like, hey, what are you doing? And he's like, nothing, bro, just chilling. And he said it, the way he said it, it was like, I know you didn't drink more than me, so why are you so slurred right now? You know? I was like, it's weird. And so he opens the door, and of course, he's not gonna hide anything from me, bro. And so he leads me in the restroom. He's talking to me. He's like, boom, boom, boom. He's like, hey, I've been fucking with Percs lately. They're really good. I drink, and I feel amazing. He's like, have you ever tried them? I'm like, nah. And at this point, I'm hammered. I've been knocking beers back. Polly left, came back. I've been drinking. Boom, boom, boom. So I'm wasted. So that now was like a nah, bro. It wasn't like, no, I haven't tried it and I don't want to try it. It was like a nah, like, no, I haven't tried it, but I'm very interested in what they do, because yes, I do want to try them. So he picked up on that, right? He lays the plate down. He gets a spoon. He starts crushing the pill. Boom, boom, boom. Crushing it real dusty. Yeah, that's a pro move. I don't know why people are crushing. I don't know. But he crushes it down really nice, right? Into a fine, fine powder. He crushes it up, super fine powder. He tells me to snort a line. I snort a line. He does another one. But his lines are significantly fatter, right? Like super fat. I don't know what this is going to do to me. I've never done this drug before, right? So I'm like, I'm doing a little bit. I do 2 lines, small lines, 1 real line, Like if you're doing coke, like this is 1 regular line, right? But it was just 2 small ones. I do them, and not immediately nothing, right? I'm like, wow, what a waste. Walk out, right? Start drinking again. Boom, boom, boom. I take maybe 3 sips, bro, of this drink, of my beer, and man, it feels like, how puppets are and they hold them up by the strings, right? Imagine the puppet strings, but instead of holding you up, they're like pulling you down. They're pulling your whole body down. And they're not just connected to your hands and feet. It's like every little inch or 2 on your body, it's pulling it down. And it's not only pulling you down, you feel significantly lazy, right? Significant lazy, and then you get like this euphoria. It just feels warm and fuzzy. It feels so good. So good. Too good. Too good. And you start kind of nodding off, right? And this is my first time, so I'm very weak to this. I don't know how strong these perks were. I didn't ask. I was fucked up. And I start falling asleep, right? I'm standing up, and I'm like, I catch myself like, bro, are you falling asleep right now? And at first I thought it was a beer. I'm like, oh yeah, it's time for you to go to bed, right? And then Polly comes over. He's like, hey, do you want to smoke a cigarette? I'm like, yeah. He's like, that's just strong, right? And I'm like, yeah, I guess so, because I really don't fall asleep when I'm drinking like that. And we start smoking. He starts talking to me about it. He's like, hey man, this is not some shit you can do all the time, because once you get hooked on this shit, bro, it's over with. I'm guessing he was talking from experience. I hadn't really asked about, like, I'm not with him 24 hours of the day. I don't know. All I know is Polly's a good guy. He tries to be nice, right? He can be evil at times, but he tries to be nice. He's just a really nice dude, small dude. I grew up with him. He's like maybe 3-4 years younger than me. Yeah, he was 3-4 years younger than me. Into some weird, crazy ass shit, right? Wild, bro. He was wild. And so, and he's talking to me. He's telling me how bad it is and how people get hooked, and you don't want to do that because then you start getting sick. And I'm just like, I don't care. I'm probably never gonna do this shit again, right? And go back to the restroom, do some more lines. But now I'm feeling. I'm like, shit, I need a couch. I need to go to my bed. And the night's still going. And unfortunately, if it's your apartment, you're kind of the host, and you're kind of, you're kind of forced to like stay up and kind of like, mingle with people or whatever. The good thing about this is like, my neighbor, he's obviously the one who supplied the perks. So that's why he left. He was out of there too. He wanted to go to sleep. I looked at Polly. I'm like, I'm ready to go to bed. And he's not as slumped as I am. I'm super slumped. Yeah, the first time you try any type of opiates, small climb, bro. Small climb. Don't do them, but small climb. And I'm super slumped right now, smoking a cigarette. For some reason, I could smoke like twice the amount of cigarettes when I'm on this. It was amazing. I was like, why? And it usually when I smoke a lot of cigarettes, I get really lightheaded and I feel like I gotta throw up. Uh, this may be like 20, 30 minutes gone by, right? I do another line. I do this last line and I start getting super nauseous. Super nauseous. I'm like about to throw up. So I tell Polly, get out the restroom. I'm about to yak. So I yak all over the restroom, right? All over the restroom. I'm yakking, I'm yakking, I'm yakking. And I'm like, this is not the beer for sure. And it's not, like whenever people sip, lean, it comes with codeine and promethazine. Codeine is what gets you fucked up. That's the opiate. Promethazine, that drug is there specifically to fight the nauseousness of the codeine, right? So if you get some straight prometh, you're not gonna get fucked up, bro. You're just really not gonna throw up that day. Make sure your shit has codeine in it. And obviously, I'm nauseous, 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 nauseous. And I start throwing up, yakking, yakking, yakking. Polly comes in, checks up on me, makes sure I'm good. And yeah, he knows I'm good. He tells me, all right, bro, finna head out. I'm like, cool, cool. I went to my bed. And I laid there and I just rode that wave. I don't know what to say. It was like a wave. It was like those strings pulling me, but it felt so good. Like, I don't know if you guys have anxiety where you just have to move like every second. I do. It sucks. I hate sleeping. This is why I have insomnia. I just can't sit still. Not still enough to go to sleep, right? And this shit's just pulling me down and I'm smoking cigarettes on my bed. I don't give a fuck. I'm hammered. I'm fucking perked out. I don't even say perked out. Who says that? Oh my god. I'm fucked up, alright? Fucked off. Cousin goes in there. I tell her I'm cool. I'm finna just take a nap. Please watch the pad. And I fell asleep. It was the best fucking sleep I've ever had. The best fucking sleep I've ever had, bro. Out of there. It was fucking out of there, man. It was great. And then I woke up and did the same shit all over again. Yeah, it was my first time, and honestly, I wish I would have never tried it because that shit led to a road of good memories, but bad adventures, right? It just sucked. Sucked. My life went. It didn't go like all the way down really fast, right? I kind of knew it was going down, so I did something to pull it back up, and it kind of zigzagged. But ultimately, the graph was showing it was decreasing, right? But yeah, man, I mean, there's many more stories that I have. But I'm gonna end it right here. It's my first story time. Please like the video, subscribe, please. I got lots to talk about. I got probation. I got jail time that I went. Fucking drug dealing, getting fucked up. All these drugs that I'm about to tell y'all about. Peace.